Yo, I like you.
This film, Ajab Prem Ki Gajab Kahani, is actor Katrina Kaif's next release.
Dance को अभी time है.
I know, Jenny. मैं body को गरम कर रहा था.
With a string of hits to her credit, Katrina is one of the 3 highest paid female stars in the Hindi film industry today. You would think that that is as good as it gets for someone who's come in from the outside with no connections and few skills. But Katrina has more on her mind. The popular actor is our guest today on Beautiful People. Katrina Kaif, it's wonderful to have you on Beautiful People.
Thank you.
You're on the verge of another exciting film release.
I know, yes. I seem to be on this verge very often.
Given that it's only your work.
I know. But no, this is a film which I'm glad has come at this particular phase in my career, or in my kind of lineup of movies. Because I've just had, my last release was a more multiplex-centric, more serious film, which was life-changing for me, but it was more serious in its nature and its content. So Ajab is back to, you know, the mad, wacky world of fun, you know, entertaining cinema, which I think is really inherent and is crucial to our cinema-going audience. It's something you have to get onto the set and say, okay, now, you know, let's get into this. It may not be inherent to me by my nature. I may not be like that. I don't think anyone is that animated. But Rajkumar Santoshi, he has a very animated way of requiring his actors to perform, especially in his comedy movies. In his realistic cinema, he's very, you know, he's very true to life. But this is a larger than life. I would almost maybe make a parallel to like a Jim Carrey kind of a movie, where everyone is animated.
Katrina, you just mentioned your last film, which is New York, and I saw it before meeting you. And is that the most complex, the most challenging role that's come your way?
On paper, perhaps, but for me, when I read it on paper, I said, this is so simple. I said, I don't see myself much in the movie. It's not that many scenes I have. And for me, during the process of acting the movie, it was the most natural process for me so far. I don't come from, you know, irada or some kind of a formal training. So for me, I think the process is very it's very internal, and it's very kind of black and white. I see a scene and I kind of think, do I understand this? Do I relate to this? Would I react like this? If the answer is no, then I just try and relate it to someone who I may know. I have to find a connect to it, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
What was your connect into the character of Maya in New York?
It was till date the most character which was like me. I think because she was a very real character. There was no heightened you know, way of behaving, or there was no unnecessary drama. She was real, so whatever personality I wanted to bring to that was okay. If you would have done it, you would have played it in another way, that would have been okay. There was no wrong or right way to play Maya. She just had to, the actress had to bring a personality to the table. Now, maybe someone else would have done it a different way, but for me, I thought it was just somewhere where I wanted to be me. And the college portions, which are few, but the ones which are there, that was just me, being me. Neil is very serious. John is also a little more, you know, he's not a rambunctious kind of a guy. He's more like a sturdy, steady kind of a person. So I just said, this is not me. I need to be me, even though if I feel I would maybe being a lot louder than everyone else. And that actually worked out in the college portions. It worked out fun. If you see that song, Hai Junoon and all that, everyone, for the first time, they were like, you're really jumping a lot, Katrina. Can you like stop bouncing?
It's not that kind of a movie.
Yeah, but then, you know, it worked because that is, you needed to have some element of fun. Otherwise, where is the difference between these 3 friends who are living life and then get thrown into this really intense situation?
Katrina, you know, at the risk of really sounding like I don't know anything about your business, do actors put in this much involvement and thought when they pick and choose and execute their roles, or is it happening to you now because you are getting characters and roles? Because, you know, till then you were just...
No, that's true.
You're amazingly lovely.
Thank you.
You're there in all these movies. But now,
there was no
different
thought
now?
process behind the characters.
Is it different now?
Yes, definitely. I think you're very correct in saying that. Initially, it was just being part of fantastic commercial setups, good directors, big stars, movies that have a wide reach that will take me into the homes across India in Nagpur, Jaipur, Ahmedabad, then Bangalore, and your multiplexes. So first it was being a part of those films, which I have always said, and if you recall earlier interviews of mine, I've always said that I want to be known in all those households. And the way I saw that happening for me was doing films like that. So no, there wasn't a great thought process behind, okay, what is my character in Sing is King? Or what is my character going to be in Welcome? No, I don't think that's the movie for it or the place for it. My job there was to have fun, to add the damsel in distress quotient, and to dance well and look glamorous, which I think I did, and the audience they liked it. They accepted me as the kind of.
Yeah. So that's a bit of an understatement, don't you think? That people liked you in Sing is King and Welcome and Namaste London.
Whatever could have happened from the film,
they
by
were massive
God's
hits,
grace,
Katrina.
by God's grace, and whatever could have happened best out of and with those films happened. They needed to be big commercial hits. People needed to like the songs. They needed to like the pairings. All that happened. So that was great. And now, as you said, which kind of started happening with New York, I was not seeing anything beyond that. That is great, that is wonderful, and I will still continue to do those kind of films. I love them and they're important. But I was not seeing beyond that. My horizon had become a little narrow. With New York, I remember seeing a film. I was not excited by the film at all. I read the script and I said, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, Adi, do you really want me to do it? Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, but okay, fine, whatever. And as literally the mood in which I went into the film, and the whole process of the film was such an eye-opener to me of how I can be, me as in the person. I have a mind, whether people like to think so or not. I have a mind, I have a heart, you have a soul. You are not just a dancing wind-up doll. There's no knob behind my back that you wind me up and I start doing ji karda, So I have a personality also, and that was a film where I kind of thought the film allowed me to look a little bit deeper within.